Okay. Yeah. Okay. Good afternoon, doctors. This afternoon we invite the HDX CBCT company give us a webinar. It's talking about the CBCT HDX CBCT. Yeah. Actually, I know them since they came to U.S. market. I'm the first one introduced HDX to the Chinese community, dentist community. Okay, this afternoon, Ali will give us the talk about the CPCT. After the webinar, daughter, you can ask the question. Okay, I just commit the time to the Ali. Thank you, Ellie.
Hello, doctor. Hello, my name is Ellie Park. I am education specialist with HDX Will. I really appreciate this opportunity to present about our product today for you. Before I start my presentation, I want to start with telling about our company really quick, because maybe some of you might not have heard of our company name yet. So our company name is HDX Will. We're from South Korea, and our parent company, which is HDX Corporation, was established back in 1982, which is 40 years anniversary this year. We are started as a medical provider, such as medical CT, and we started dental business, and now we are entering 18 years of the manufacturing of CBCT right now. We are one of the leading companies in Asian market right now, because of our image quality, excellent image quality, and the value to our customers. And now we started to globalize ourselves to U.S. market and Europe market since 2017, and ever since we are providing unmatched image quality and value to our customer in U.S. market. So now I'm going to stop video so you can focus on my presentation on the screen. Okay, give me 1 second. And I will introduce our products with our brochure right now here. Okay, so as I told you, our company name is HDX Will, and we have two main models, which is EcoX and Dentry Max. And what's special of us is we are the only manufacturer of CBCT in USA that provides a free upgrade in imaging algorithm after you purchase. So that means your practice is gonna get a better and better image for the lifetime of the machine for free, and that's not the other company does. We are the only company that does the free upgrade in imaging algorithm. And now our current newest algorithm finds. What our current newest algorithm does is that finding the best value of each voxel and enhance the image quality with the better contrast and sharpness. And also our metal artifact reduction technology, which called precision MAR, helps minimize scatters and shadow, so then you can clearly define the structure around the metal like this. So you can see here, you can clearly define each brackets outline and this root canal and outline of the crowns around the metal. We have two main models, as I told you. We have EcoX and Dentry Max. So the maximum size of EcoX is 16 by 9 centimeter view, and the maximum of Dentry Max is 18 by 16.5 like this. Each of the model, you can narrow down until you can narrow down to 3 by 3 millimeter, 3 centimeter. I'm sorry, say centimeter view, so that you can narrow it down a smaller field of view, so that so then you can focus on small certain area that you like. And also you can take with even EcoX, you can take a full mouse and also sinus view. And for the child, to reduce the radiation, we have child mode as well. And with the Dentry Max, you can even expand the field of view to 18 by 16.5, so then you can see the full maxillofacial view in the CBCT view. And there are many modes that you can reduce your radiation. One of them, we call it an adaptive exposure control. There are many levels, and one of them is AEC mode. What this AEC mode does is that it's detecting patient's thickness of head. So when it's on the thicker area, it generates it use higher tube current, MA, higher tube current. And when it's a thinner area, it use lower tube current, so that you can optimize the radiation on each patient's head. And even though you use that low dose mode, you can still see the clear image like this. So this is the same patient, and this is normal mode, and this is low dose mode. But even with the low dose mode, you can still see very clear image. And there are many other features that optimizing your workflow. Firstly, the first thing is that CT recon panel. So you can get a CBCT reconstructed panel automatically without any further steps required. So like this, you can just need to take a CT scan, then you will get CT scan and panel scan at the same time. And also, secondly, you will have modal scan mode. So with this feature allows you to get STL file with the CBCT without any steps in software. And also another good thing is that if you're considering cephalometric image as well, then you can also get the auto landmark tracing with the with our WillSep software, so that you don't have to do manual tracing everything on the cephalo image. It will just, with one click, you're gonna get this all traced on the CBCT image. Cephalometric image. And with our 3D software, 3D viewer software, you can there's our example that you can diagnose and plan with CBCT scan with our software. You can plan, of course, implant planning. You can do implant planning and also plan the oral surgery. And even if you are focused on smaller area, then you can definitely see the clear view for your endodontic view like this. And if you're expanding your site, you can see you can see TMJ and airway in one scan with the Dentry Max image. And also you can do 3D cephalometric analysis on CBCT view as well. You can pick on left and right all this landmarks on 3D view. That way you can get the accurate measurement on 3D image. And also because of the large field of view, you can see whole structure of maxillofacial structures and plan the maxillofacial surgery. And of course, we have dedicated 2D panoramic X-ray as well, and it's with its clear image. And also, you have many different types of features like extruder, bite wing, and TMJ as well. I'm going to show you real images with the software as well. And as I told you, there is the automatic landmark tracing feature. If you're considering the cephalometric option, we have two types. So one scan type and the other one is one-shot type. So the difference between them is scan time is our standard of step extension, where a narrow narrow X-ray sensor moves horizontally and passes patient's skull over a few seconds and create an image. And on the other hand, one-shot type is use a large flat panel X-ray sensor and take an X-ray in a second, so then you can reduce the motion artifacts on the Ceph image. And with those image and with our software called Real Ceph, with one click, you can get this auto landmark tracing, so that you don't have to spend all the time with your computer, and you can save that time for your patient, and you can see more your patient and left the work to the software. So software will do work, and you're gonna just see the patient and show them the chart in any minutes. So these are our softwares. We have WheelSap, WheelMaster, which is 2D viewer and database management software, and also 3D viewer software that I'm going to show you right now. And also we have this space requirements specification in our brochure, and you can see this brochure in any time in our website, which is hdxwheelna.com. I'm going to show you after the presentation. So now, any questions so far? Okay, so now I guess I can move on. So now I'm gonna open our 3D viewer, which is on-demand 3D, to show you our images. So I want to show you from the small area to large area, so that you can see what you can do with our CBCT and our field of view in the image. So even though with this big field of view, you can clearly see very specific area. For example, let me blow up this X-ray view, which is you're seeing from top to bottom of the patient scan. So you can clearly see each root canals very clearly on this axial view. And even if you go up to maxilla, you can even see this MB2 over here. Let me zoom this in so that you can see better. And when you zoom in, if you think it is a little blurry because it's a little zoomed in, you can always add filter, so then you can see even clearer view. So you can see this root canals very clearly over here. And now I'm going to pinpoint on this tooth, so that we can see more in detail on this view. So now I just move this crosshair on this root, on this tooth number 14 here, and then I'm gonna place this point a little outside of the buccal area, and I'm gonna scroll mouse on the septal view to see from outside of the buccal area, which is the buccal roots like this, and to the mesial area, to the lingual palatal roots like this. And now I can see my palatal root like this on septal view. Let me zoom this a little bit more to see better like this. And on this coronal view, you can see the roots from mesial to distal like this way. Okay, and now we are seeing in I'm moving horizontally like this, but we can also use this feature oblique in this software, so that you can see in more detail about this view. So in this oblique feature, let me add some sharpness filter a little here, so then you can clearly see. You can rotate this yellow line over here to see 360 view, and you can get the better idea about this root in 360 view. So now when you see in the horizontal view like this, you can only see the root from buccal to lingual, or mesial to distal. But with this view, you can see in 360 view. So now when I rotate this line, I can see over here the mesial buccal root is a little curved this way like this, and I can even measure with our tape line ruler, which is you can measure the root like with multiple points and get the total length at the end, like this. So now you can measure the root canal with the ruler in 3D view like this. And also, what we can do in this view is that I'm gonna use this 3D zoom feature on the 3-dimensional image like this, so that we can see, we can even see from the sinus and see how this roots are inside the sinus like this. And in this view, you can see if this roots, because around this roots, you can see a little bit of inflammation over here. So now we can see how did this roots are in the sinus with the smaller 3D view. And also I'm gonna change this preset to teeth mode to see the roots shape in 3D with this high definition 3D images like this. So I can see these roots are curved like this. And you can also show your patients that that their tooth, that the shape of their tooth in 3D like this way. Okay, and now I'm gonna move our cursor to mandible now. So now we will see the mandibular teeth as well. So on mandible view, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna scroll from the buccal to the lingual and see what's going on this number 19, 18, 17 tooth. And now I can see this cavity going on over here and breaking through from the crown like this. And this is one of the hardest structure that you can see from CBCT, because as you know, animal is really hard structure that's and even sometimes it's even harder than some type of metals. So sometimes animal can create metal artifacts and make a scatter around it, but because of our metal artifact reduction feature, it reduces all the scatters around it, and you can clearly see even the small cavity going on here. So now cavity going on over here, and also you can see this breaking through of this animal on this area. And also if you scroll your mouse, you can even see on the top of this cavity going on over here as well. Okay, all right. So now we are seeing this 2D images of for this cavity and endo images. Now I really want to see inside of the root canal. So now I'm going to use our CPR feature that I really like, and click this one, and then click inside the root canal like this. And then I'm gonna even trace through the root canal like this. Okay, and then I'm gonna change the preset to bone mode and click airway 1. Then you can see inside of the root canal like this. And you can even fly through one of the root canal to the apex like this. And this is really, so this way you can visualize every single structure of the patient's skin to the patient, so that you can make your conversation easier, your patient, and also educate the patient as well, like this. So this is the inside of the root canal. All right, and then now I'm sorry, was there any question? Okay, yeah. So now I'm gonna move on to the other case that's already filled with the gut porcha in the tooth. So now I just showed you the one that without the metal and anything, but I'm gonna open this the other case that does have the filling. It's already filled. So now I'm gonna open this case. So now I'm opening EcoX size, doctor. So it's 16 by 9 field of view. So with this view, open it.
Say hi to me, bro.
Sure.
Okay, yeah. So this is 16 by 9 field of view, doctor, and you can see this full. So with this view as well, you can see the full large, and also from the top, from the front, you can see from top tip of the chin to half sinus. So you can see the full mouth structure, and to the back, you can even see airway. So now, in this case, this patient already did this, have this endo treatment before, and I'm gonna focus on that part. So you can see how it looks after the endo treatment. So we can see clearly like each catapulta, and if there is any missing roots, then you can see with this clear view on the CBCT view. So then you can find out where it's missing, what root is missing and what root cause the issue in the mouse. Okay, and so this is the after post endodontic treatment view. And now I want to move to the dental module, which is our great module for implant planning and also oral surgery planning. So in this dental module, one of the cool thing of this, I think, is that exist and reslice. You can always, reposition the patient, even though the patient moved, even though the patient like not positioned very well, if the patient tilted forward or slanted left side or right side for some reason, then you can always come to this software and then reposition the patient so that you can make a perfect panel or implant view from the software. So now I just adjust a little bit for this patient and I'm gonna click OK. Then you can see this position for the 3D and exterior view, just change it like this. And I'm going to move this exterior view a little down to the mandible like this. And I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. Okay, so now I place this exterior view on mandible, and there are 3 options for arch. If I select this exterior arch, it automatically creates this panorama view, and this is the sliced view, sliced panel view. So whenever you scroll this panel view, then you can see some part of nerve going on here. In the next view, you can see more nerve, and next view, you can see more and more nerve and more nerve in the slice panorama view. So I'm going to use this slide to map the nerve for this patient. And I'm going to select the nerve here and then click inside of the nerve. This, you can see the nerve going over here. And over here, I'm going to continue a little bit more. You can see here and more. So I'm going to go all the way down to the premolar. And when I reach to the premolar, I'm going to move my mouse cursor on cross-sectional view to find the foramen going out. So I'm going to click the base here and then find the foramen outside and double click outside to finish. So now I can see the nerve going from all the way up here to foramen over here like this. Okay, and now I'm going to change this slice to actual panel. So click auto panel, then it automatically creates this panorama view that's that you can see the full structure now. So the difference is the slice was only with the slice you was only able to see the slice, so some part of the structure were cut off. But with this full structure panel, then you can see the whole teeth in the view, just like panel image you have. In this case, there is no missing tooth, but let's just pretend we want to place implants on number 19. So I'm gonna select number 19 over here, and I want to rotate a little bit so that we can measure the accurate measurement over here. Oh, I can see this cavity going on over here as well. All right, so here I'm going to measure, but before that, let me zoom this in a little bit so we can have better view. Okay, so now I'm gonna use our ruler feature and then click nerve to the top and the width. And we have 13 by 11 millimeter space. So I'm gonna select one of the implants from our implant library. And our software has the largest implant library in US market. So I'm not sure what you use, what type of implant do you use, but say I just want the first one, 3-1, and then the first one. Okay, and here I have 13 by 11 millimeter size. So let me just select 5 by 10 and click OK and click on the bone and select the right number. Then here we are. We have this implants on the bone like this. Around this, let me blow this image up a little bit. So around this implants, this is not just, so some software give you some options for implants, but they sometimes give you just cone shape, not this real screw and real STL of each implant. But our software provides you each different shape of the implant that for each brand. So around this implant, you can also see this brown shade around the implant that is GFT cylinder. So we have 1 millimeter each side and 2.5 millimeter at the bottom. So if this implant is so close to the nerve, then it will give you the warning sign as changing by changing color. So now when it's close, when it's in the safety cylinder, it will turn pink, or it will turn red like this. Okay, so now I'm gonna move on this implant over here, and also you can also add some butcher teeth on it. Just click over here, then you can even add the butcher teeth, so then you can simulate the crown on the implant. So after you place the implant over here like this, I'm gonna go verification, and also I'm gonna rotate this blue line over here so that we can see 360 view of around this implant. So now I will put this line over here like in this angle so that I can measure from each adjacent teeth. This, so we have enough space between the tooth, between the teeth, and then on this angle, I can measure from each cortical bone like this, so that I can plan how far from each structure like this. Okay, and also once you select this implant and you like everything in 3D and 2D, lastly you can check the bone density around the implant. So I'm gonna right click and click the bone density graph. Then you can get this colored implant on this bone density graph window. So over here, you have this color scale on the left side from D1 through D5, which is the most dense area and most soft area. So whenever you rotate this implant, you can see this bone is rotating together so that you can see the direction, actual direction of the implant. So now, because this foramen going out this way, this is the buccal area. This is the buccal area. So now we are seeing the buccal area of this implant. So from the buccal, we can see the bottom area, the apex area is a little soft, which is almost D4, D5, and we can see the lingual area is a little soft too. So you can see this bone density around the implant with the color, and also you can add the shear thickness. You can click some shear thickness to see 2 millimeters around the implant, so then you can have idea about the bone quality in the bone before you place implants. Okay, and this is how you simulate and plan the implants with our software, and also with our software, because of the large field of view, because of the wide field of view, you can see upper and lower. Sorry, give me 1 second. Sorry. Oh, okay, now it's working. Yeah. Because of our wide field of view, you can see both. We can see upper and lower, and both both sides of the third molars like this. And I can see this third molar is horizontally like this. So horizontal like that. So I'm gonna focus on our third molar like this with the nerve, so that you can show your patient how close the nerve and third molar is. So on this view, on chronal view, I'm gonna scroll my mouse, and then we are close, and then as you can see here, this nerve is really close and going through the third molar to the back like this, to the back like this. And on this view, you can see it goes actually to the lingual area. The nerve goes this way, which is really close to the third molar. And then I can even make a 3D zoom around here, so you can show your patient the nerve and the tooth in 3-dimensional view like this. Okay, so now this is how you can see everything in our dentary in our EcoX image. And now I'm going to move on to the bigger field of view, Dentary Max image, so that you can see what you can do with the dentary with the bigger field of view. So I'm going to move on. But just so you know, we have you can also position the patient in EcoX for sinus and TMJ view as well. So even though you have smaller field of view EcoX, you can see airway and also TMJ with the tooth scan. So with the sinus mode, you can see the whole sinus as well with the EcoX. Okay, all right. But with the Dentary Max image, you can see those airway and sinus and TMJ in one single scan. So I'm gonna open one scan over here. Okay. Okay. So Dentary Max. This is the Dentary Max size. So as you can see here, you can see this full size from tip of chin to over the orbital, almost half area of the full head like this. So you can see the full sinus, even frontal sinus and everything in one structure. And with this one, you can focus on your TMJ, and also you can see this airway, and you can see any structure in the maxillofacial area. So if you're considering to see the TMD patients, then you can use this 3D zoom on the TMJ area to see 3D structure in the 3D structure of TMJ like this, from outside to inside. And also the feature that I showed you to see inside of the root canal, you can also use that feature to see the TMJ very closely. So I'm gonna use this TMJ. 1 second, let me reset it real quick. And then I'm gonna focus on condyle head. I'm gonna put my cursor on condyle head and start from outside to the TMJ like this. And then I'm gonna scroll my mouse. Okay. Oh, and then click airway 1. And now you can see you can see the TMJ in 3D from outside to the closed view. And also you can even make a view from inside to the sinus, to the TMJ. So I'm gonna make this view from inside to TMJ area like this. And you can see, so this view is one of very rare view because you are seeing the TMJ from inside. So now you can see the TMJ's shape like this way, and if there is any flattened area, then you can check from the 3D view. Okay, and also these are the 3D views. And now I can show you in X-ray view, in actual slides view with this bilateral TMJ features. So with this view, I'm gonna make an arch on the condyle head like this way, and then now you can scroll your mouse to see actually with the fossa and condyle head and the relationship between them. And over here, this is coronal view, so you're seeing from the front, and you can see slices of the sinus and fossa like this way. So with this TMJ view, you can also measure the airway volume very easily in this module. So I'm gonna move on to this airway feature over here and just click auto detect.
这多长时间了？创的？他现在他站的是创之前创就开了，他现在有1个月2个月。这时候这是创的，对，创多长？应该是。
All right. Okay. So this is the airway view. You can it's with this one click, you can do this total, you can measure this total volume in the airway, and also it will measure the area for each slice for you, so then you don't have to measure every single one that by yourself. So it measures for you like this way automatically. And as you can see here, so this every slice, so it measures the area of every slice and the distance from anterior to posterior, left to right distance for every single slices for you like this. And also it even gives you this view, the endoscopic view, so you can see all the structure inside of the airway like this, and you can fly through and see the structures inside like this. Okay, yeah. So this is how you see, this is what you can even see in Dentry Mix. You can see the TMJ and airway, and now because of this full structure of the 3D image, you can do the orthodontic planning on the 3D image as well. You're gonna use 3D SEV, and in 3D SEV you can use this tracing feature. You can trace on each point like this. It will explain to you where you pick like this. So the instruction following the points, and then let you know where you need to place the points like this way. And I already finished those tracing in one of our projects, so I'm going to show you that instead. Okay, so I already did this earlier today, so I'm going to show you this one. Oh, sorry. Let me reopen it. Reopen our software. Okay. Entry Max. There we go. It's coming up. Yeah, 3D SEV is it's one of very cool feature that I really like, because you can actually pick left and right different landmarks. When you do that in 2D image, you need to point the average point and measure from that average point. But with this way, with this 3D step, you can pick this all left and right and exact landmark on 3D, so you can measure the accurate measurements from the three-dimensional image. So I already picked all these landmarks on it, and then I'm gonna click list. Then these are the points, and I'm gonna have the chart, so then you can see all this measurement of each point, like this way. And you can see all this angle and measurements on the 3D image. And also you can make any type of X-ray image from the CBCT. You can make lateral step, frontal step, SMB, and panorama view. And if I click this one, then you can even make this 2D cephalometric image, and then you're gonna get the 2D chart that's under Cox, Down, Java, Kim, and Magnarama, and many other analysis methods as well, like this. Okay, so this is the 3D step you can do with this Dentry Max full of view size. And there are many other different features that they can do with you and with our 3D images. And now I'm going to show you our 2D images. So with just like our 3D images, our 2D images are very clear and sharp. So this is our panel images. These are the real patient images that we are donated from our customers. So one of the cool thing one of the great thing of our panoramic X-ray image that you can actually create FMX model series out of it. So you click this FMX model series on the panel image, then you can create this FMX model series from the CBCT, from the panel image. And also you can adjust the box, every single box as you like. You can adjust it individually, just like you want. Okay, and also there are many different templates that you can select. And once you are finished the orienting these images, and click save, then it will create those FMX image for you like this. And you can save these images, you can save this template for billing, just like this, just like that. And also you can export every single image, every single PAs. So this is really great backup for you. So you can see these images from the panel image. And also, and also I want to show you our staff image as well. And these are our staff image, which is really clear, lateral, and you can also take carpus. And these are the images that we actually donated from our customers as well. And if you select the Will Staff button on our software, then it automatically opens our software like this. And then if you go to just one click, you click it, then you're gonna get this automatic landmark tracing as well. And just like that, you just click one click and double click on the X-ray view, then you will get these landmarks on it. And also you're gonna get this chart right away. So then you don't have to spend your time to pick all these landmarks and get this chart and everything. You're gonna get this chart right away after you take a CT scan, after you take a cephalometric scan. And you have many different type of analysis methods over here. Okay, and for this, about this software, this RealSep software, which is our 2D cephalometric analysis software, it has many different features as well on it. So for example, okay, let me see. For example, this one, okay. For example, if you have your extra order, the patient's extra order photo on it, then you can align them on the X-ray like this. And with this aligned image, you can simulate before and after endodontic treatments. So for example, say you think this incisor is gonna go inside a little bit, maybe like this. I'm just gonna move it just dramatically, and I'm gonna click on morph. Okay, and then I'm gonna click video. Then it will show you the difference before and after with the video, and you can export the video, and also you can export the compare image from this software as well. And also you can do the growth forecast to predict the growth. And also you can make this gallery view to do the consultation for your patients as well. Okay, all right, I can see a chat here. Yes, we are gonna have Q&A session, and I think I show you pretty much everything about our software. So if you have any question now, you can ask me any question, please.
Okay, thank you for presentation. Very good information. One question.
Sure.
So for which model we're talking about right now? It's the Max, or what's the there's the two models. What's the difference between those two models? Just that's first question. The second.
Yeah, I showed you both. So EcoWax, I showed you both images, EcoWax and Dentry Max. And Dentry Max, because the maximum field of view is 18 by 16.5, but it also, you can lower it to 16 by 9. So actually you can take any option of EcoX with the Dentry Max, and plus there is a maxillofacial size. So I just showed you both EcoX and Dentry Max image today.
So basically those two model differences are FOV space, that's it, right?
Yes, almost, yeah. Yeah, so the main difference between two models is FOV. That's correct, right?
That's it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the other question is like if you have like EcoSoft, things like that, and for particular situation, like if you have kids, you know, by patient like 6 to 10 years old, difficult to get a even bi wing, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And what kind of because you have different level of radiations, like, right? I think you can choose from, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you say for a kids, you're not doing a CT, but you want to do a panel, will that be able to get a bi wings from the panel, not from the CBCT, from the panel only? Are you able to do that with the? I know, is that lower?
Yeah.
That should be lower dosage, right?
Yes. So yeah, whenever so you can take a panel like this. So for example, I have a pedo panel here. Like this, yeah. So on any panel, you can create a bite wing, maybe. So you can do the bite wing, 2 bite wing, or 4 bite wing on the view like this, and then create the bite wing view. That way, I mean, I understand it's really hard for you to take an X-ray sometimes on the panel on the patient, the pedo patient. Then you just take, because it's extra order panel, So you can
Yeah.
just have them stand straight in the machine for 10 seconds. Then it will take a panel. Then you are going to get the panel as well as X-ray image like this.
Yeah, basically it's panel and bi-wing. So the bi-wing should be good enough for the exam for diagnosis, right?
To be honest, because this is from panel, so it's not as good as the sensor image itself.
Okay.
But I actually never heard that they're gonna be, I mean, it's denied for billing or any
Okay.
yeah,
I mean,
any other,
if you need a better quality, then you probably have to use the how many dosage level you're talking about? Like the CBCT is the obviously highest, right? And then the panel is the next one. Is that right?
right. But we have, as I told you, let me show you. So we have many different type of low the mode. Then you can lower the radiation with all those lower so with you, if you use all those level of mode, then you can lower the radiation. Then it's even lower than panel. You can lower it even lower than panel. And with the child mode, and you can even we can even lower than. So this graph that's under panel, this is the comparison in the adult mode, but with the child mode, it's even lower. So it's gonna be much lower than panel. So
Lower than panel, but that one
lower than panel. The CBCT could be lower than panel if you use lower dose mode.
Can you repeat again? You said if the lower mode for the CBCT is lower than the panel.
Correct. Yes.
Okay. Now, if my purpose, like for patient, like say 6 to 10 years old, I need a panel plus a bi-wings. That should be viable, right? I mean, it should be compared to the regular panel versus a intraoral sensor. That should be the total amount of radiation should be pretty much compatible, right? Shouldn't be bigger than that, right? Should be the same, right?
Yes. I mean, the panel itself, it could be a little more than just some single PAs, but because you can make so many different images out of the panel, so it could be almost same with this multiple X-rays.
Yeah, because normally you do a panel and plus a bi-wings for kids.
Right. Yeah. You don't have to take you don't have to take two images like panel and also X-ray image. You can just take panel and you can get that from the panel. And
Okay.
I know a customer who this is a pedo office, and they're using this feature, and then I haven't heard any complaint about that.
Okay. Not so that's just for panel plus the bi-wing. That bi-wing should be enough. I mean, for diagnosis purpose, right? I mean, right? Should be or a little bit less than the.
I mean, could be the quality wise could be less, but I think it's really reliable to see it. So this is the image itself. So you can see the crown and the ligament very clearly from the panel image.
Which level is this one? Which kind of radiation level is this one?
I'm sorry?
Which radiation level is this one? Like the lower, this is pretty good to me. I mean, which kind of radiation level is this one?
For the panel or CT?
For this one, just showing it. You have bi-wing. This is almost a PA, but that's pretty good PA actually. So this is regular dosage, right?
Yeah. So this is just regular mode of panel. So so with the
and
I think Ellie, I understand what you're demonstrated,
basically one CT scan can provide different snapshots. You can create
Right.
snapshots from the one scan, and whichever angulation you want, you can create and export that image as evidence of treatment, right?
Right, correct. Yes.
So it doesn't matter how you take the snapshot. It's just one scan, basically.
Right.
Yeah. So
Yeah, so maybe that reduce patient radiation as well. So some customers of ours, they actually take CT scan for every patient and create panel, SAP, everything, so that they can reduce the radiation for patient to take multiple rather than take multiple X-rays like SAP, panel and everything. They just get CT scan and then do everything with one scan. So they make panel, SAP, and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, if, for example, and also, so in another situation, a patient like it's like 10 years old or a little bit more like 13 or 14, who is interested in doing ortho. In this case, do we use the same settings or a little bit higher radiation in this case?
Oh,
We need to do a several.
when you
basically
do
in this
this,
situation, it would be flow, panel, and bi-wings. Do we use a little bit high radiation, or is the same as the when you just mentioned about like for people who only need panel and bi-wing? Does that make sense? I'm talking about like different situation. Because situation wise, my question is like if your intention is to do orthodontics treatment, would that give you? Would that be make you justify to a little bit higher radiation, so we can create several panel plus the bi-wing? Is that something? Does that make it a little bit higher radiation? Which it's, I mean, if you do a several matches, would that give you a little bit higher radiation and make the bi-wing a little bit clear, a little bit more clear, or does that or it's the same thing as if you're just doing the panel plus the bi-wing?
So you mean so with this?
Yeah, if you say, for example, people like 13 years old, 14 years old, who patient has intention to do, say patient tells you he's intended or he or she is intended to do orthodontic service, then you want to put some several metrics. Would that give you? Would that kind of setting give you a little bit more clear view on the bi-wing side, or it's the same as the? Doesn't matter you do several matches. What I'm saying, like if you requires a several matches, would that justify more radiation, more dosage, so it will give you a higher, more accurate, more clear bi-wings? I'm not quite sure if that makes sense.
So you mean that if you use
yeah, if your intention is to do orthodontics treatment,
right,
then you obviously justify for a several metrics, right? And then would that give you a clear bi-wings?
You mean with the SAP?
Yeah, because you only do one shot, right? In this case, it will still be the panel, right? Not CT, right? The CT, or in that case, will be CT, or would that be panel? Which one you talk?
Oh, so
just imagine a patient like
right.
Because
yeah, give me more input. I'm so sorry.
yeah, oh, it's a little bit complicated. So because on the one hand, you want to make the bi-wing more clear, like more close to. Because I think my conception, I'm not sure it's correct or not. My perception, like if you have more radiation, result better quality, right? Is that true?
Yeah, that's true. Yes.
Okay, so because you need a several metrics, then it justify a little bit higher radiation. Would that give you a better quality of bite wings? In other words.
Yes. So if you're asking that if you use a higher radiation,
yeah,
and then you get the better quality, then that justifies that the radiation, the more radiation that you.
Correct. Because if say a patient 14 years old who is expressed interest in doing orthodontic service treatment, and then you need a Cephalo, right? It's justified for Cephalo, and does that justify for a higher radiation?
I believe so. Yeah, because if it is not as good as quality that you need, then it's, I mean, the image is worthless, right? And you need to take another scan that makes another radiation that makes another radiation. So I would use higher radiation, so you get the better quality and you don't take
better quality. Yeah,
and
because
and better
already just express interest in doing the orthodontic service, then it's adjustable. I mean, it should do a Cephalo, right? And then right, that's true, right? And then so does this, if you're doing Cephalo, will that give you a higher radiation?
Cephalo?
Yeah.
Then panel.
Cephalo. So basically, it's all one shot, right? In this case,
No, it's not. We have two types. So we have two types. We have scanning type and one-shot type. So scanning type is like, we have two types.
You need an arm, right? You need extra equipment, right? You need an arm, right?
Yeah, we have two types: the scan type and one-shot type. And scan type is narrow sensor past a patient head and then horizontally and take a scan, and it takes a little longer, maybe 4 seconds. And one-shot is less than 1 second, right? So yeah, because during this 4 seconds, the radiation is gonna expose. So one-shot is less radiation and less motion artifacts.
You're talking one shot, is that the one that you have like an arm that like
right.
extra arm for the Cephalo, right?
Correct. You need to add that arm.
What is that? So that what is that mode called? What is that method called? The one shot or no?
The image that I showed you?
No, the one with the arm for Cephalo arm. What is that? What do you call for that? What's the method? Is that one?
What's the?
You said two methods, right? Two methods. One is just you don't use the arm, right? You just use the one machine.
Oh, okay. So this one, you need to add the arm to take a CT, to take the cephalometric analysis, like a cephalometric image like this. And the other way, I just got it from CBCT. So with the CBCT, I can create cephalometric X-ray with the spun make X-ray button. And with this way, you don't have to add the cephalometric.
Yeah. So my
arm.
is like basically I'm only limited to the setting that I don't have extra arms for the cephalometric. Just basically, just so in that case, would that be if you patient express, if we're doing cephalometrics, would that be a CBCT or would that be a panel?
It should be CBCT.
So it should be CBCT, not a panel anymore.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. Would that give you a higher radiation than the regular, like the arm for the Cephalo, or is it pretty comparable or even less?
Yeah, it should be more than cephalometric. But if you lower the if you use the low dose mode, you can lower that you can lower that almost same or under the cephalometric image. But again, because the radiation got lower, the image quality could a little lower too.
Lower too, yeah.
So basically say it's a little CBCT this way is a little more than the cephalometric image, but still you can get the panel out of it and also Ceph out of it, and you also have the CBCT, so you can can see the whole structure in 3D. So that could justify the radiation.
What basically I'm not thinking buying the extra arm for the several. So I'm just charging one machine for everything. So for example, for the patient like 13, 14 years old who expressed interest of doing orthodontic treatment. So I'm just assuming that is it just I just want to make sure it's justifiable to do a CBCT and then get a panel and get a several and get a bi-wing. That's that kind of things is justifiable for the radiation, right? It should be okay, right?
Yeah, it could be. It could be because yeah, you can get 3, 4 types of images from one image.
Yeah.
And yeah, they could use. So patient doesn't have to take all this different type of X-ray, and they don't have to wait their time. They just take one scan and you will get many different types of images. Yeah.
So normally if you go to like a lot of places, civic office, they ask you to do a panel plus a several, right? It's 2 separate images. I think if you do like CBCT in this case, it should be less than the total of those 2, or do you have like a study or like a number, like, because not the conventional way, if you go to a orthodontics office, which asks you to do a panel plus a several, right? So if in this case, if we have this machine, that will do a 1 shot.
Yeah, with 1 shot. Yeah.
Yeah, 1 shot. So should I have the comparable radiation exposure or higher?
Then panel and SAF versus this one CBCT.
1 shot, yeah, because obviously the conventional way is like the 1 shot for CBCT and 1 shot for the several. So they add it up, right? But in this case, it's 1.
Right. That's I need to look into. I need to look into our charts if that comparison is comparable. Yeah, I can get back to you once I get that information. Can you please send me your email address to the chat, please?
Yeah, I can do that. And also the other question, that last question I guess is like, so this is the some of my friend has old model like X10 model. So this model is actually, so those 2 models, there are differences in FOVs, and then if you use like something like EagleSoft, when you take a shot, would the panel and then the bi-wings go directly to the EagleSoft, or you have to store somewhere else?
We can integrate between EagleSoft and our software, but if you're gonna extract the panel from the CBCT, it's not automatically saved into this into the EagleSoft. So the dedicated panel image that you're taking from this dedicated to the image, that's automatically saved in your EagleSoft. This image will be saved in your EagleSoft. But if you're gonna extract from CBCT, that's not saving in your EagleSoft automatically. You need to import it to your EagleSoft if you want to.
So you're saying if you use this machine as CBCT as a panel machine, then it will automatically go to the EagleSoft.
Correct. If you take a dedicated panel image, it will go automatically to EagleSoft.
Okay, and if you still want the bi-wings, would that you have to do outside EagleSoft, or is that automatic goes?
That's also you need to because that's creating that's kind of a capture image from the software. So it's not automatically goes to the EagleSoft. You need to import to your EagleSoft. Okay. And also, doctor, if you want to save automatically to your EagleSoft, because this image, the panel image itself, will be saved in your EagleSoft. You're not gonna be able to use FMX Model Series because you can do this in this software. Does it make sense, doctor?
Can you repeat?
Yeah. So if you want to integrate this software integrate our machine to your EagleSoft, then the panel image will be saved under your EagleSoft, right?
Yeah.
But because it's EagleSoft, there is no FMX Mouse Series feature. It's not saving under our software. It goes to your EagleSoft directly. So that means you're not gonna able to use FMX Mouse Series feature.
So you dedicate as a
Yeah, it needs to be in this software to use this feature.
okay. So if you if you just wanna buy Win, you still have to do it in the software and then import it
That's
into
right,
the
yeah.
software. Because someone told me that's the feature for the old model, like extended model. Like because our friend has an extended model, and they told me that the new model Max, you can automatically do that. So it's not true.
With the extended model, the Dentry extended, do you mean?
Yeah, extended was old model, right?
Yeah, it's old model. Yeah, Dentry Max is newer model. Yeah.
Okay, so as far as this part is the same, it's the same thing, right?
Yeah, it's the same thing. Yeah. So with the software upgrade, you can use with our old machine too. And as I told you, it's the software upgrade is for free in your or free for your lifetime. I mean, in this lifetime of the machine. So whenever there is upgrade, you can use this newer software in the lifetime of the machine.
So if you're doing like the thing that you wanted to extract things from extract panel and separate matrix and then buy wings, and you have to import it into the EagleSoft yourself manually, right?
Correct.
How difficult is it to do that? How complicated to do that?
How complicated?
Yeah.
So yeah, let me show you. So say I want to extract this Ceph from this view, right?
Yeah, this is already Ceph, right?
This is a Ceph I created from CPCT.
Okay.
And I'm going to click capture.
Okay.
Click on it. Then you can save it on your desktop or anywhere, any folder you want. So let me create it as a Ceph. And it will take a picture and it will save under your like this as an image.
Okay.
As an image, and you can import it to your EagleSoft.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have EagleSoft on my computer, so I don't know how complicated in EagleSoft. But yeah, so this way, just capture, then you will save under your computer, then you can use that as an image.
And you don't have to do. You can do anytime. Later on. I mean, you don't have to do right away. You can do it that way.
Yeah. You can. Yeah, you have this data, so you can do anytime you want.
Hello, Ali. I have a question.
Sure.
Does all the software come with the machine?
Correct. I mean, this WillSafe, this software is optional. So it's this is additional software, but this software, which is you can do the FMX Mouse series, and also this 3D viewer software comes with the machine. Okay.
How about the implant planning software?
Implant planning software, yeah, that's comes with that too.
Okay. What's the extension function of the implant planning software? Does it help us to generate a guide or generate a report for the treatment?
You can this is the project viewer, so I'm gonna open our original file of it. Give me 1 second, please. So yeah, you can generate the report, of course, and for the surgical guide, this software is the just examination software, so you can plan the plan the implants, but you cannot design the surgical guide.
Okay.
This is just examination software, so you can but you can if you have your own intraoral scanner, then you can extract STL, then you can add your STL on the image, so you can see those the soft tissue line on the image. So give me 1 second. So you can, let me show you actually. I have a case in my driver. Give me 1 second. Let me open the case. Sorry. Okay. So for example, on this case, yeah, you can it automatically creates a panel like this. And also you can add model on it. So you can see a line, and then I'm gonna add an STL file to it, and just 3 points on each view from CT and STL. Next. Then you can see this GOM line with the bone like this, so that you can plan with the GOM soft tissue information like this. So you can align the STL file to the CBCT image with this software, but the guides, but you can't design the guide in the software.
Another question is, do you offer any computer with the machine, or we have to purchase the computer ourselves?
The computer will come with it, come with the machine.
I see.
Computer.
If we cannot have the machine installed right away, for example, in December, and we have to wait a while, for example, in March 2023, is there any stock fee or anything like that?
Is there what? I'm sorry?
Is there a fee for storage, like in your place?
About the pricing part, because I'm from education team, that's
no, I mean not the actual cost. What I mean
the
is
start fee. I don't believe there is the starting fee. You can just you can, I mean, if you want to install in March, then yeah, you can start the conversation right now, but I don't believe there is starting fee, but I need to make sure with our sales manager about that. I'm so sorry. Yeah, can I get back to you about that, doctor, if you don't mind?
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. Doctor, can you chat to me about your email address, and I can
sorry to interrupt.
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry to interrupt. I think this Dr. Fu, right? We will discuss with this with James afterwards. Okay.
Okay, no problem. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So and then I think I got a message about Dentrix. Thank you so much. Let me copy this to me. Let me write down to me really quick.
Can I ask a question?
Sure, yes.
From the group notice, it says here different models, Echo X and Dentry Max. From today's presentation, only talk about Dentry Max. Looks like.
No. I showed you Eco X2, but the difference between them are only the FOV size. So every feature I showed you today, you can use in both EcoX and Dentry Max. Just the difference between them is field of view. So the field of view is you can select based on your preference.
You said only is what?
Oh, you though the field of view, the size of the CBCT is the only difference between EcoX and Dentry Max. So all those features that I showed you today are available for both model. So you can do.
So what's the FOV for the EcoX?
EcoX, it's 16:9, doctor.
15:9.
16:9.
What's the size for Dentry Max?
Dentry Max is the maximum size is 18:16.5 is the maximum, but you can also there is also option for 16:9 in the machine too.
But
so you can take this and this too.
EcoX doesn't have a 3D ceph, right?
EcoX, you can do 3D ceph, but because of the limitation of the size, maybe there gonna be limitation. Because you cannot pick these important landmarks like orbital and agent in the view because it's half size. But there should be the module should be with the machine.
Okay.
Yeah, it comes with the machine, but the size has a limitation.
Okay, thank you.
Can I ask one more question? Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Yeah. So you said the smaller one, would that generates without the separate arm, would that generate qualified separate matches or it will not? The 6x9.
No, I mean, yeah, no, you cannot generate ceph with the EcoX because to generate EcoX, you need to pick some points on it. And that those points are nascent and orbital and Porion, and that's not in the this size. So yeah, you will not be able to do it.
So this one you need a dedicated arm to do.
Correct. Yeah, if you want to do the ceph, then you need to add arm to EcoX.
Versus the second one, you can do ceph without adding additional things. Just the should be good enough. Okay.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Okay. So other than that, 18:16.5, what's other purpose of such a big one besides separate match, like the oral surgeon, like a cosmetic surgeon? What?
Oh yeah, I mean many doctor go with this because I mean for sleep apnea, for TMJ, ortho, and also they use I saw a lot of doctor doing zygomatic implants and many maxillofacial implants. Yes, so in Korea, I mean we have a lot of customers in Korea. So in Korea we sell it to orthopedic, cosmetics, and like plastic surgeons and also ENT because it includes ear mode and ear and nose mode as well. And one of our customer in LA, they are actually collaborating with ENT office with this machine. So the ENT office send this dental office to get the CBCT image with our machine.
For the big one, right? Okay.
For the big one, yes.
Thank you.
All right. And I'm so sorry. So for radio. Oh yeah. Okay. Sounds good. And is there, and also I got a message about Dentrix. Yeah, we can integrate between Dentrix and you can save the image in Dentrix image, but I heard there is some version then you have to save it. So I believe it should be the latest version of Dentrix for that to save in the Dentrix. Okay, and is there any other question today?
Can you repeat what you just said, the last sentence?
For the Dentrix?
Yeah.
So Dentrix, we are able to integrate between Dentrix and our software, but then the Dentrix, I heard there is some type of version then you can integrate with us. It should be G7, later than G7, and also if it is Dentrix Ascend, we can do that too. So we need to check exactly what version you have.
Maybe integration for which part I got confused. Integration for
which version? G7?
Yeah, what's a G7? Yeah.
G7.
I think sorry, I think it's the software version, right?
Right, yeah, that's the software version. So Dentrix G7 is the version of Dentrix. I believe that is the newest.
Yeah, because we are processing sensor recently, so I know the version of Dentrix asked for.
Right, yeah, so there should be it should be the right version to the comparable version to update to connect with our software. Right. And is there any more questions? Let me see the chat if there are more. Not right now. And I will leave my email address here so that whenever you have any question, you can always email me. Let me put our chat. My email is jmpark@hdxwillna.com.
It's okay, Ali. I think that because we will contact you and both the doctors accordingly. So if they have any questions, they will tell us and we will forward to you. Okay?
Yeah. Sounds good. Yeah. Yep. That's great.
Yep. Thank you.
Okay.
I have questions. Hello, I have a question.
Sure. Go ahead, Doctor.
Can EcoX take a Ceph?
Yes, if you add the cephalometric arm on it, Doctor.
No, if you, I mean, don't add the arm, just machine itself can take
machine itself, no, I mean, you need to use Dentry Max because it has only 16:9 field of view, so it doesn't create the full Ceph out of CBCT.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, Dentry, yeah, because it has only half size of the skull. So
Okay.
you need to use Dentry Max image to extract Ceph out of CBCT.
Okay, but the panel is okay, right?
Yes, you can extract panel from CBCT with EcoX.
Okay, I see. All right, thank you.
No problem.
Is any doctor in this country use your machine from your company?
I'm sorry?
Have you sold any CBCT to any dentist in America?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we have almost 300 doctors, and we also use, I mean, it's also used in the hospital and many other offices. Yeah, in nationwide.
Okay. So, how big is the area I should prepare if we decide to get the CBCT from your company?
It depends which model. It has this spacing information is in our brochure. You can download from our website. Let me share you. So if you go to our website, which is hdxwillna.com, and over here under product, under CBCT, there's download brochure. So if you download the brochure, on the very last page, you can see both Dentry Max and EcoX specification, and you can see this space requirement, the brochure. So if it is EcoX, should be 38 inches by 48 inches. 38.6 by 38.3 inches. And for Dentry Max, without the Ceph, should be 53 by 59.
Okay. Can I ask one more question?
Sure.
So this one is a 220 volts or 110 volts?
Oh, bolt? Oh,
Yeah.
it's 110.
110. Okay.
Yeah.
You recommend dedicated supply from the switch box, right?
Yes. So any CBCT manufacturer after 2017 must have dedicated
Okay.
outlet.
Do you have a plug, or is that something? It's not plug. It's something you have to permanently connect it to the power source.
It needs to be dedicated, not outlet. So it needs to be dedicated hardwiring.
And also, I saw this one very high. Now, is there any way you can like limit it to not, because it's very high, right? It could be like two something, like two. It's very high.
Very high.
Yeah, it could be.
Very tall.
Yeah, tall. Yeah, I mean, if it's go to all the way to the top, it'd be very high. And then if you don't really need that high. Is there any way you can make sure it will not, go all the way to the roof? I mean, it could damage the roof, I guess, if someone.
Oh yeah. So this is the maximum height.
Uh-huh.
So if it's under this, it will be fine.
If I don't have that height, but I don't think, so it's very high. A patient don't really have that high.
Right. Yeah. Right. In that case, doctor, then you need to always make sure that it's not on the roof. And if just in case you have very, very tall patient who you need to raise up all the way up, then you can just have them sit down and then lower it all the way down.
Yeah.
And I don't see any problem on that.
But is there any mechanism you can prevent this machine accidentally go to the roof?
That's I need to ask our engineering team about that.
Okay, it's very high. It's like almost 100 feet, 100 inches. It's very high.
100 inches, right? Well, can I ask your name, doctor? How can I get back to you?
Yeah, I just had another one question for the radiation.
Yeah,
So,
sure. I will email you back at this email address LUNWAUNG.
Yeah, basically that one was for like the justification of radiation if patient who express interest in doing the several the orthodontic service, which need several measures plus the panel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the standard way, right? Conventional way, right? If you go to orthodontic office, that's the standard way.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I want to make sure is if we're doing our way, would that be more or less?
Oh yeah.
Because you have two of them, you combine them. Yeah, this is one. So one versus combination of two, which one has more radiation or which one has less radiation? Yeah, things like that. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay, I will look into it and I will get back to you for both question about the radiation exposure and also the limiting the height, just in case.
And also, I think this one is not. You don't have to fix to the wall, right? It's fixed by the stand, right? I mean, it's
yeah. It's it's you don't have to fix anything or the floor
wall. Okay.
or wall. It's not wall mount. It's just
it's mounted on the floor only, right? Floor
yeah,
only.
yeah. It's gonna be just stand on the floor.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, and I will get that answer and then email you about the height limitation too. I mean, if we can limit the height.
Oh, Ellie, do you do treating the existing panel or no?
I'm sorry, can you say it again, please?
Are you treating the panoramic machine we have?
Trade?
Trade-in, yes.
Trade. That's also, I need to talk to our sales team. Well, I believe there are some, I saw some customers trade their machine, but I don't want to give you wrong information. So if you give me the email address, I can get back to you about that too.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, can you type your email address to the chat? Then I can get back to you about that too, doctor.
Okay. Yes. All right. Thank you.
No problem, doctor. Because we have a group. If you have any questions or if you need to trading, you can contact us as well. We will help you to do this. Now this is Yupi.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. That's That's also great. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what we do. We help the doctors to do these things, to do the purchase, to do the after sales, and to do the trading. I think maybe. Yeah.
Okay. Then maybe she can answer about the question about the trading.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. All right. And any other questions?
Okay.
Yeah. Sounds.
I think that it's
uh-huh.
it's very great of you to explain so much for us, and it's I think it's quite helpful for our doctors to make a decision, and thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
If our doctors have any other questions, we will contact you afterwards.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Actually,
Thank you
one
so
more
much for
question.
your time and your. Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Go
please
ahead.
go ahead.
So for the computers, computers should sit in the same room, or computer? How the computer connect to the machine? Is that the that's hardware. Is it? I mean, Ethernet is from between the computer and the. Where is Ethernet? Ethernet goes to the machine or going to the computer?
Going in Ethernet line should be go to our machine, and the computer, because it needs to be hooked up to our machine, so it needs to be near around the machine, but it doesn't have to be in the same room. It could be the next room, but it should be around the computer, and the internet line should be go to our desktop.
So you need internet for both computer and for the machine and computer both.
Oh no, just the computer.
Oh, just computer. Okay.
Yeah, internet cable. Yes.
Okay, and then the okay.
And then between our machine and the computer will be.
How far you can have a machine between the machine and the computer? Okay.
How far from the internet cable?
No, the machine and the computer.
Machine and the computer. Well, it's the same email, right, doctor? I can get back to you. How far you need to do? You need how far you need to
like do? Maybe like I just want to share. Do we need to dig a hole or something like that or whatever?
Dr. Wang, it's okay. I think.
I think
we will get back to you.
The cable, but maybe we can use a longer cable. Then I think we can make it happen. I mean, that's not. I mean, if it is too far, like from here to here, but that's a little hard. But if it is around the room, then that's fine. I think.
Thank you.
No problem. All right. Yeah. So thank you so much for your time and your interest today, doctors. And if you have any question, you can contact Yang or me, or and Yang, if you have any question, you can contact me too. My email address is in group in this chat, so you can save my chat. Yeah. So thank you so much, and have a great holidays. And thank you. Have a great night.
Thank you so much, and
we
will keep in touch.
Yeah.
Thank you, doctors. Thanks for the time, and thank you, Ellie. It's very good. The presentation is quite good. Thank you.
Yeah. Have a great night. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.